Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and I know this video is a little bit late, but this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of July. And yeah, all of you who have already seen these videos before, I'm just basically going to present to you the movies that I watched during July, which I've never seen before, which I like the most. And to be honest, I haven't watched that many movies during this month because it's been so hot outside and it's warm like everywhere you go, and when you're on medication you can barely do anything. So yeah, that's the reason why. And the reason why I have this one on my head, this thing on my head, is because my hair looks terrible. So yeah, now I'm just going to stop mumbling and going to talk about the movies that I saw during the month of July, which I liked the most. And we start with number 5, and I don't really know why I'm so exhausted. I've not really done anything today. I'm not really sure why, but yeah. Anyway, at number 5 we have a movie called The King of the Kickboxers, and by any means this is not like any masterpiece whatsoever because some of the acting in this is just really, really terrible. But it has this 90s charm to it, and I think some of the fighting sequences or the martial arts in this is really incredible and really entertaining. And this is the reason why I enjoy this movie so much. Especially the last fighting scene in this movie. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but I mean, the whole movie is worth the watch just for that specific scene, even though the acting is really terrible after some parts. So, yeah, but yeah, The King of the Kickboxers at number 5. I think almost the following 3 titles are horror movies. So, yeah, at number 4 we have a movie directed by Stuart Gordon, released back in 2003 or 4, I believe. I can be so wrong about that, but based on a story by H.P. Lovecraft, Dagon. Don't really know how to pronounce it. I know they pronounced it in the movie in the right way, so yeah, probably fucking up the title right there. But it's about people. I think there's 4 people on the boat, and they have problem because they run on a what's it called? I don't really know what to call it in English, but their boat gets stuck, and the water's like pouring into it, and 2 of them decide to go for the nearest island, and the island looks really suspicious and really weird. But they go there to get help, and then they realize that this island is not any ordinary island. This is a really different type of island with a different type of inhabitants. So yeah, I don't really want to spoil it for you. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, like I said, directed by Stuart Gordon. I don't really think I recognized any of the actors in this, but I think this movie made the reason why I enjoyed this so much was because of the atmosphere and the whole darkness of the whole movie. And some of the effects, I mean, they're not really the greatest, and some of them were really entertaining and really good. So, but yeah, overall, this is a really entertaining movie in my opinion, and it gets better and better towards the end. So, yeah, Dagon. And at number 3, we have a movie called Ed Gein with Steve Railsback, and I know for sure also that Steve Railsback also played Charlie Manson in that movie called Helter Skelter from the 70s. And I have seen that movie and I liked it, but I just thought it was way too long. I know for sure that was like a made for TV movie, so that makes sense why it was so long. The thing is, I watched the whole movie in one watch or in one night, and I think that was maybe not the best thing to do because it felt so long. But his performance in that was just spectacular, just like this one was. And I would say I'm not really sure how many movies about Ed Gein there is out there. The only one I can come up with right now is this one, and the one from the 70s called Deranged. And I really love that movie as well. This one is also really great, and Steve Railsback is probably the biggest reason to check this movie out because his performance in this is spectacular. And I even think he like studied Ed Gein for like months before shooting this movie. So yeah, Ed Gein at number 3. And at number 2 we have a movie which is maybe not really a straightforward horror movie. It's more like an adventure, action, horror type of film, or like a creature feature, you could say. And I think this movie is not really that well known, and I think this might be one of the only DVD releases it has, because this is like an Australian DVD release, but it's like all regions, so you can watch it everywhere. And it is the movie called The Dark Age, with I'm not really sure if you can recognize this guy right here, John Jarrett, probably most famous nowadays for the Wolf Creek movies. And apparently I've heard that he's not really that pleased with this movie himself, but I really enjoyed this movie for what it was. It sort of felt like Jaws with a crocodile instead, or I'm not sure if it was like an alligator, but yeah, a crocodile or alligator. I don't really know the difference between those two, so I'm not going to go to any more details about that or discuss that any further. But this is a really entertaining type of movie. I don't want to spoil anything for you, because I think this movie is much better if you don't spoil it. Or talk about it at all. So yeah, Dark Age at number 2, really entertaining, and I really recommend more people to watch this movie if you ever come across it. So yeah, Dark Age. And then at number 1 we have a movie which is part 3 in this series, and all of you have seen my videos are probably getting tired of this series right now, but this is the last movie in this series, and this ended up at number 1, and the 2 previous movies ended up in the number 1 spot in some of my previous top 5 of the month videos as well. So yeah, and the movie is called Rurouni Kenshin 3: The Legend Ends, and this is, yeah, like you can see, the 3rd part in that trilogy. And I don't think I can say anything about this, because if I'm going into details about that, I've basically spoiled the other 2 movies together, so I don't want to say anything else about this movie. But I can say one thing, that the fighting sequences or the choreography in these movies are absolutely amazing. I just wish that Star Wars, the makers of Star Wars, or the newer Star Wars movies, could take some notes and learn from these guys, because these guys are really incredible, the guys who makes the stunts and choreography in this. So yeah, that is number 1, and I am going to end the video right now, because I've almost talked for about 8 minutes right now. So not really sure what the next video is going to be about. Maybe a review, maybe a top list. I think I've not made a top list in quite a while, and I have some top lists that I've planned to make, but I'm not really done that. So yeah, maybe a top list or maybe a review video. Maybe even an update video, because I've bought some new movies recently as well. So yeah, now I'm just mumbling here, so I'm just going to end the video right now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.